What is up, people? It is MewMonster58. Welcome back to another video review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Decepticon Motormaster, which is just, at the end of the day, a retool and a slight retool and a repaint of the Voyager class Animated Universe Optimus Prime, also from Legacy United. But it is nice to officially get like a Decepticon from the animated series, and obviously Motormaster was probably one of the easiest approaches next to like what was it? What's the Decepticon equivalent of Bumblebee in that in animated? I can't. He was turquoise and he had green eyes. I can't remember his name for the life of me. It'll go on screen right now. I can't remember his name. But that I'd say obviously Motormaster was a big one. So they decided to go with Motormaster. I do hope we see Megatron at some point. Megatron is one I would love to get at some point. I'll definitely do a review on it, which they'll more than likely do since they've made Optimus Prime. But taking a look at the box here for Motormaster, you can see some very nice artwork there of Motormaster in his truck mode. You see the purple, the green, right? Very, very cool stuff there. Animated Universe Decepticon Motormaster. You also have the 40 years of Transformers here on the side. More nice artwork here of Motormaster. And then finally, your obligatory product shots. As per usual, all of this stuff on the box looks absolutely fantastic. And so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, here we have the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Motormaster out of the box, and I gotta say this guy looks really, really solid. I am really happy with how this guy looks and how he feels. When it comes to quality between this and the original release, I will say this guy does feel a bit better all around. Not insanely better, but it's enough to where sometimes it is noticeable, but he just feels a little more put together than Optimus, even though my Optimus, when you compare these two, I know in his review that Toy Guy was saying his Optimus was a little loosey-goosey in a lot of ways. Mine's perfectly fine, and so when I was trying to compare these two just to see if they were that much different, even though Motormaster did feel more put together, it wasn't that much of a difference between this, what I have here with Motormaster and my Optimus Prime. Now, I know that there were some people that maybe aren't as lucky, especially when it comes to QC and stuff like that. But overall, it is an improvement over Optimus, especially in terms of the quality at the very least. But the major differences you'll see here are mainly, obviously, the paint as well as the head retool, and you'll also see a little bit of extra detail across the board with this guy. But taking a look at the vehicle mode, we'll obviously remove the axe. We'll actually take a look at the axe first. It does look really nice in the transparent purple there. I do wish this was a little more noticeable. Maybe this could have been silver as well, but I'm not sure if Motormaster ever brought out or if he was even in the show. But regardless, I wish this was maybe a different color because this all blends in, but it does look really nice regardless. You do have the nice gunmetal gray here, and then you do have the nice purple hilt, and then obviously it's also extendable just like the original. So very, very cool stuff there. Can't complain, but the storage is really jank as with most Transformers in their vehicle mode storage, so we're just going to set this off to the side and take a look at Motormaster. He does look really, really nice. You do get nice purple light bar up here, gunmetal gray. The black looks really good. You do get this extra detail, which the original didn't have on the lights at the top above the windshield. You do get the nice transparent purple, more green headlights there. Very nice there for the grille as well. It's a nice purple grille, like that light purple grille that Motormaster's known for. The nice dark purple comes out here for the rest of the body, though. Very, very nice and blends in very nicely. And looking at the back, as I mentioned in the Optimus Prime review, which, by the way, link in the upper right if you'd like to take a look at that, because obviously that since this is a just a simple retool and a repaint of Optimus Prime, that review still applies here, and so obviously I'll skip over the transformation and stuff like that because I already transformed it. But the only issue I have with this vehicle mode is really the feet, but at the same time, if they're planning to do like whatever his super mode was in this show, in animated, and if they plan to use these as where the trailer connect points are, or at least the big chunk connect points are, whatever is put on the back of his truck, then that totally makes a lot of sense. And so you'll see that obviously with the regular Optimus. Excuse me. Overall, I do still like how they added these wheels here to give this guy stability and have him roll real nice. By the way, he does roll real nice. You do get also, instead of the transparent blue, you get the gray here for these windshields instead, which I do kind of like for Motormaster here. Overall, really nice repaint. I am really happy with that. I can't really have any major complaints with this thing. So overall, pretty solid stuff. And so we're going to obviously do comparisons. We're going to set this guy off to the side here. Here he is with my de facto Comparison here he is with Legacy United Deluxe Class Infernac Universe Magnus. Looks really good. Obviously, there's a lot more heft to this guy, even though they are about the same size in terms of length. These two are almost about the same size width-wise. Motormaster is still a bit wider, but overall, you can definitely feel more heft in this guy compared to this. And obviously, in the robot mode, you'll see a massive size difference between Motormaster here and Magnus. But yeah, just for a nice size comparison, again, he's my de facto comparison for Transformers, so thought I'd bring him out. Here he is with the Legacy United Animated Universe Bumblebee, the deluxe class one. Obviously, there's a big size difference between these two. Bumblebee is already a small deluxe, but yeah. Overall, these two look really nice together, and I really do hope that they make whatever Bumblebee's counterpart is in the show. Again, I put his name earlier on screen, can't remember it off the top of my head right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about if you know about Animated. Again, he was turquoise. I think he had a little bit of yellow. He had green eyes, I believe. Maybe I was wrong with that too, but regardless, these two scale very well together, and I think that they look very nice. And finally, folks, here he is with Optimus Prime, and as you can see, like I told you, it's the details here that you don't get, so you don't get those little yellow lights at the top either. You do get you get the black instead of you get black here, you get the purple here, and then you get the gray here, which is the difference between this. You don't get the stripe. Obviously, that Motormaster doesn't really need that. Obviously, the green here is changing, and you look closely, there's the yellow in the crotch piece, there's the green in the crotch piece, right, that you can see through there. But other than that, they're pretty much identical. Again, the other thing is just the head, all right, and we'll see that in robot mode. But overall, when it comes to looking at these two do look very good together, and I'm very, very happy with having both of them. Alrighty, before we get into the transformation, which I'm just going to skip over anyway, we'll just compare the axes real quick. So here's the Optimus Prime axe, here is the Motormaster one. You can see, again, I do wish that there was just a little bit of more color separation here, because it's really hard to tell. I don't know, I wish this would stand out more if they painted it a different color, this part of the axe, because obviously you can see it's silver and then it goes into the blue, so it's a nice contrast between these two. Here, it's not as much of a contrast, it's pretty much the same color plastic. I do wish that it was painted, but overall, still looks really good. Just wanted to compare both of them. There's really no molded differences between them, just that paint and the color, the plastic that they use. So overall, still really nice, though. Just wanted to compare these two since I didn't compare them when I showed off Motormaster's axe just a little bit ago. So yeah, really cool stuff. But when it comes to the transformation, I find it perfectly fine. It's basically like the original Toys transformation for the upper torso, and then the bottom is a little bit different, because obviously it's a little more complicated to get the legs a bit more, to have more articulation, to fold up a bit more nicely, everything along those lines, and so it looks a little bit better in my opinion as well. But overall, when it comes to the transformation, it's perfectly fine, very fun to do, it's not frustrating at all, and it's pretty easy, all things considered. And so obviously, we are going to use some editing magic. We're going to take Motormaster from this in his vehicle mode to this in his robot mode. And when it comes to his robot mode, this is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it looks really, really good. And there's a couple of areas where this is an improvement over Optimus Prime. And so, well, because we're going to be doing comparison, and that's the main thing I'm going to be doing, let's do them right now. So, we're going to set Motormaster off to the side here. Here he is with the Deluxe Class Magnus. As you can see, there's a big size difference between these two, Deluxe versus Voyager. But yeah, just wanted to bring Magnus out. Here he is with the very tiny Deluxe Class Animated Universe Legacy United Bumblebee. Obviously, massive size difference here. But when it comes to this is about how they should scale. This is perfectly fine because this is, obviously, Motormaster is the size of Optimus Prime. And the one we've been waiting for, here he is with Optimus Prime. And as you can see, the major difference here, besides the paint, is obviously going to be his head. So taking a look at Motormaster's head, it's absolutely awesome. It is a great version of Motormaster when it comes to his head. It looks really, really good. The whole scowl looking face with the purple, the black, it harks back to G1 while still giving its own style. Really, really cool stuff. You can see that green come out more here in the crotch piece, which is really, really nice. Nice light purple for the forearms. Just all the way down, he looks really good, and his feet are black this time around. So overall, this looks really, really, really good. And then when you set him alongside, he fell over already. When you set him alongside Prime, if he doesn't fall over like that. Thanks, Motormaster. That was great. These two look fantastic beside one another, right? I think these two look really, really, really good with one another. And then when you take a look, so what I'll say, this guy feels a bit better. So for the legs, I know one area. He does feel a bit better. Not, I mean, he still has a little bit of an issue, but I think it still takes more effort for him to get to fall over. With Prime, it's a little bit easier. He just feels a little looser in comparison to a Motormaster here. In addition to that, the other areas where this guy feels a bit better, specifically in the axe, the grip strength here, the size or whatever of the holes in the hands that allow him to grip the axe feel much tighter in Motormaster than they do for Optimus Prime. In addition to that, the pegs here that allow the top of the truck to peg on as the backpack to this guy feel a lot more secure on this guy than they do on Optimus Prime. This guy still likes to pop out. In addition to that, squeezing this whole truck assembly together when you're transforming it back into his vehicle mode also feels a bit better with Motormaster, and also the ankles feel a bit tighter as well. So overall, and also the other one I'll say, the waist. The whole, this part of the waist, not this part of the waist, but like the upper part of it above when you're twisting it, this feels much tighter, and it doesn't get removed from the mushroom peg as easily in comparison to, or from the peg in general in comparison to Optimus Prime here. So overall, he is an improvement over quality. I also really do like how he looks. I think it looks fantastic. But both figures are really, really good. It's just, I will say that he is an improvement over Optimus Prime. And so, really, really good stuff here, and I really do like Motormaster. Like, I have nothing else to say, really. Alrighty, and the last thing we're getting it into is the articulation. So removing the axe here, we're just going to remove that, and you see that's tight in there. Head is on the ball joint, so you can look down and up despite the blockiness of his head, and then you can do a full 360, which is nice, but you just got to be careful about the chest. Make sure you're careful there. You can do a full 360 with the arms. You can go out, you can go in. You don't have any butterfly joint. You do have a rotation here at the upper part of the bicep, or the middle of the bicep, more than 90 degrees at the elbow, and you also do have wrist articulation, which is absolutely fantastic. You have full waist rotation, which is always amazing. You can kick forward, you can kick back, you have a ball joint there, you have a thigh swivel as well, you have way more than 90 at the knee, and then you do have ankle rocker pivot, which is really nice, so you can get some really wide poses with this guy, which is really, really good to see. So overall, when it comes to the articulation as well, this guy's an absolute smash hit, and that carries over from Optimus Prime, so nothing to complain about there. Alrighty, folks, and with that all out of the way, time to get into the reverse transformation, which is just as simple as transforming him to his robot mode from vehicle mode. I don't find it any more difficult, any more frustrating, and so if you want to check out that transformation, just very similar to the very similar to how I said earlier when going from vehicle to robot. As I linked the video before, link will be in the upper right as well as in the description if you guys would like to take a look at the review for Optimus to see the full transformation. But we're obviously going to take Motormaster from looking like this in his robot mode and back to this in his very cool looking truck mode. And so guys, for my final and concluding thoughts on the Transformers Legacy United Voyager class Animated Universe Motormaster, this guy is a really good repaint and a retool. I definitely think that it is a quality improvement over Optimus Prime, and when it comes to the looks, definitely it's just up to personal preference. Both of the figures are really, really good, but this is certainly an improvement over Optimus Prime himself when it comes to the quality. He does have really nice paint, nice new deco, really hones in on the Motormaster, right, character. In addition to that new head sculpt is absolutely fantastic, and he just feels a little more put together than Optimus Prime. Now, my Optimus Prime was lucky enough to not be maybe as loose as some other people had their Optimus Primes, but for me, when it comes to when it comes to comparing these two to one another, this is probably the better version of the mold overall, just because it's definitely in quality, it's better. But yeah, I mean, you can pick up either or. I definitely recommend picking up either or. But yeah, this guy's a really good repaint and a retool. And if you love the animated universe, this will probably be an absolute big pickup for you. And so, out of a 10, I'm going to give this guy probably a 9, because I think I gave Optimus an 8. And so, giving this guy a 9, I think, is fair as an improvement over Optimus Prime, between 8.5 and a 9. And so, I did pick mine up on the Big Bad Toy Store, so I'll leave a link in the description to that. I'll also leave links in the description to Hasbro Pulse, as well as Amazon if you guys want to take a look there. And this guy should be hitting your retailers relatively soon-ish. I've been getting waves again of Legacy United, the Optimus waves, so maybe you guys are getting newer waves than I am. So if you are, definitely keep your eye out for this guy, and if you do decide to hunt him IRL, I definitely wish you the best of luck. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please like, comment, rate, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also follow me on the socials. Those will be linked in the description below. And with that, guys, once again, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video review. I'll catch you on the next one. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace.